Hey everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's video we are just going to have a discussion, so please keep that in mind. There's going to be no project in today's video. It's just going to be where I am talking to you and asking you guys, my followers and subscribers, some questions. Now you guys know, if you follow me across all of my social medias under the Artisan Pirate name, especially my Instagram page, that I've done a lot of studying and practicing on the new laser engraver that's out here in the workshop. We got this just before Christmas of 2023, and now we are in 2024, and I really want to unlock all the possibilities and versatility of this machine, just like we have done over on the scroll saw. Now keep in mind, I do want to do some laser project videos. It's just I do not want to deter any of my longtime viewers or subscribers that are used to these scroll saw woodworking projects that I do. And keep in mind, I will never go away from that. If we go forward and do some projects on the laser that is behind me, they will be dedicated Wednesday videos when I'm not out and about showing you a place I like to go to, a museum or something like that, or doing a sticker swap video or showing off some of my collection, or the train room or anything. These would be dedicated Wednesday videos just like those I just mentioned, and they would never take the place of the scroll saw project videos that I offer on the Monday series, even though it is technically a form of woodworking now. Laser engravers are now more affordable than ever for hobby woodworkers or weekend woodworkers that only get a couple hours every weekend to get out into their workshops or garages. What I have behind me, and I've got the flap open here because I've been doing some laser work already this morning out here, is the longer Ray 5 20-watt laser engraver. Now keep in mind, I've got some laser videos here on this platform on the YouTube channel, but they are old and I'm not very happy with them. I didn't feel that I brought the best of my ability to those videos, if it makes any sense, but you are free to go back and look at them. And I made a lot of things on the original longer Ray 5-watt laser engraver that Longer sent me to beta test when they got into the world of laser engravers. And of course these are diode lasers, they're not the CO2 lasers, I believe, and it's just a laser that is small enough to fit in this enclosure, and of course it's piped out the back, you know, extracting all of the fumes. And in warmer weather the door is going to be open and the air filtration unit above me is going to always be running when this machine is going as well, just because of the fumes. But on the 5-watt laser, we've done a lot of cool stuff. We've done the little miniature Christmas train that's still in the train room on top of the cabinet, you know, and we cut that out of 3mm craft plywood on the 5-watt. We done a video on engraving slate coasters. Remember, I had to do a bulk order for those, and then I learned how to do glass as well. This is just a cheap dollar frame from the big box store. It's just a simple piece of glass, and you know, I learned how to do that. And I'd like to document stuff like this. I just, again, do not want to deter any of my longtime viewers, if that makes any sense. Now keep in mind, when I use the laser engraver here, it is connected to the laptop over here, if you can see me, and it is ran through a software called Lightburn, and that is a program you do have to purchase. I did purchase it to where I could unlock everything and use it throughout the year. You can get, I think it's a 2-week or 30-day trial on it to learn if you want to purchase that program and all. It also runs on the Gerbil software, GRBL, and that's how I originally learned how to do everything. But then my good buddy Sam at Knighthood Creations came down and gave me a crash course after I purchased Lightburn on how to use it, how to dial in everything, you know, different layers and everything. And I can't thank him enough for unlocking that capability for me out here in the workshop. And then my good friend up in New York, Robert, he has helped me tremendously. He helped me right after I got the 20-watt laser make a bunch of one-off Christmas ornaments that I made for people that was near and dear for me. And that's basically where I see the potential in the laser, is doing a bulk order of like ornaments or something like that. Of course, I will still do primarily 85 to 90% of my custom orders over on the scroll saw if I'm able to do it. It's just that this machine here is able to run while I'm over at the scroll saw working, and I love that capability and versatility out here in the workshop to get two things going. I have at one point got the music going, got all my ear protection and dust mask. I had the CNC machine, which the tripod's sitting on, going. I had the scroll saw, I was over there working on it, and I had the laser going. So everything was in like a production order, and I think that's also cool and unique for a small woodworking space for this 12-foot by 24-foot workshop. And I asked this question in my shop tour video. That was the first video for this year in 2024, but I wanted to make a dedicated video where I asked you guys your opinions. Now, going back to light burn and everything, I'm still not good at designing things myself. So what I would do if we go ahead and start doing some laser engraver videos on this 20-watt laser engraver behind me is I would be buying or purchasing file packs, the SVG files that this uses off of sites like Etsy, or downloading them from Thingiverse, which is a 3D printing site, but also has some laser files. I've got one laid over there by the sanding station now that I just done. I've been practicing laser cutting some cardboard, you know, for like little, you know, houses and jigs and everything. So it's a lot of capabilities here, and I showed you this at the very beginning in the shop tour video, but I would like to document making stuff like this layered fairy design here, and this is worlds above, you know, like just the scroll saw work here with the layers and everything. And of course this could be cut on a scroll saw if you enlarged it, and that's another thing I like about it, being able to shrink things down to a minute form and making things like that. And when I got the original Ray 5-watt laser way in years before I got the 20-watt laser, this was all I wanted to do with it, was engrave the back of my work and everything, you know. And that's what I did with a lot of my custom work, or nicer portraits that went out the door and people picked up from me, like actually purchased from me. I really wanted to sign them in a professional way, and that's all I originally seen a laser for, because when I very first seen a laser engraver, it was at the local makerspace, which is now closed down. They had a Muse full spectrum laser, I believe it was, if I remember correctly, and it was like a 60-watt deal. And as soon as I seen it, I seen that as the enemy, and that was just me for lack of knowledge, you know, because that took away, with it being able to cut out the 1/4-inch material, it took away what I had spent years of trial and error over on the scroll saw, where you could just simply load in a piece of wood, drop your design in, hit go, and walk away. You know, of course, I don't walk away and leave this unattended at all. That'd be very dangerous. But just saying, you know, I've seen a laser as the enemy. But the more my knowledge has grown, and the more that I have enlarged my mindset and exposed myself to different forms of woodworking in different styles and mediums in the woodworking and artistry world and maker world itself, you know, the more I've grown to get used to and actually like a laser. Of course, I would like to also go back and make this piece here, because when I seen the file pack, this is an Etsy design as well, you know. It was very sentimental to me because my grandfather was a beekeeper. I've got his Beekeepers Association award hung over there with his stuff that I have displayed to remember him by. And it uses 4 pieces of 1/4-inch material. And it only took the laser around 15 minutes to engrave this, where if I'd done this on the scroll saw, it may take an hour or so, or even more, depending on how small and how much detail I wanted to add to it. Again, this is never going to take the place of scroll saw woodworking. I have so much fun doing it, and I have been scroll saw woodworking since I was 14 years of age, and I am in my mid-30s now, and I still love scroll saw woodworking. It's very therapeutic to come in here, put the ear protection on, the dust mask, get some music going, and just rock and roll and get lost. I do some of my best thinking at the scroll saw, but I also want to add this, the laser engraver, and you hear the train going by, because I feel this is the next evolution for the channel in forms of teaching. At my heart, I'm always going to love teaching and educating people, and I hope I can bring laser videos, if you guys want to see them, to you guys in an educational manner. But that's all I wanted to talk about today. I'm sorry if it seems long-winded. This was just something that I wanted to talk about, especially during colder weather, when, you know, it's still not practical for me to take the camera off the tripod and go out into the world and film, like I said, a nature trail, a park, or a museum or anything, until we get to spring and nicer weather where we can relax and let our hair down and everything. But I really value your guys' opinions. Please let me know down in the comments below if you guys would like to see this content going forward. Your opinion matters. Keep in mind, I value each and every one of my viewers, my followers, and subscribers. But that's about all for this one. If you're new to the channel, please click that subscribe button to follow along on all of the journeys that I go on over here on the channel. And if you would like to contact me as well through social media or anything, links to contact me will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. That's about all for this one. And remember, guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.